Now here is an Inside the Eye feature from our global friendly outlet sources, exclusively picked for Blue Eye Media. Learn the truth behind what mainstream and opinion outlets will never say. Get the inside facts of this chronicle.
All right, folks, look, I gotta be honest. Tonight, I am stunned. I am shocked. I did not see this coming, and you can let me know in the comments if you did. Maybe I just have a blind spot here. But Marjorie Taylor Green just announced that she is resigning from Congress on January 5th, 2026. That will be her last day in government, and she's out of there. She's out of Congress. And of course, this comes after her beef with Donald Trump, where they've gone back and forth online. But tonight, out of nowhere pretty much, she dropped this 10-minute video, a long statement of which we're about to go over, where she announces that she's leaving. She's out of Congress. So look, we're going to get into all of this and more. There's a lot to go over with Marjorie Taylor Greene's surprise announcement. But before I do any of that, make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video. Of course, as I mentioned, comment. Let me know if you saw this coming. And without further ado, I do want to go backwards a little bit and just start here, which is really where this all began. On November 14th, Donald Trump put out this long statement condemning Marjorie Taylor Greene, saying he's withdrawing his support and endorsement of her, saying over the past few weeks, despite my achievements, yada, 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 he said that all she does, all I see wacky Marjorie do, you can see right, it says right here, all I see is wacky Marjorie do is complain, complain, complain. It seemed to all begin when I sent her a poll stating that she should not run for senator or governor of Georgia. She was at 12% and didn't have a chance unless, of course, she had my endorsement, which she wasn't about to get. She's told many people that she's upset. I don't return her phone calls anymore, but with 219 members of Congress, 53 senators, 24 cabinet members, 200 countries, and an otherwise normal life to lead, okay, I can't take a ranting lunatic's call every day. I understand that wonderful conservative people are thinking about primarying Marjorie in her district. They are too fed up with her and her antics, and if the right person runs, they will have my complete and unyielding support. She's gone far left, even doing The View. Thanks for your attention to this matter. So, this is where things really kicked off between Donald Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene. He also put out statements calling her lightweight Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Brown, which is the best he could come up with. Green grass turns brown when it begins to rot. I guess his explanation for the name. Betrayed the entire Republican Party when she turned left, performed poorly on The Pathetic View, and became the rhino that we all know she always was. Just another fake politician, no different than Thomas Massey, who got caught being a full-fledged Republican in name only, rhino, make America, yada, yada, yada. That's the statement he put out condemning Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then, of course, she responded back by saying Trump attacked me and lied about me. I haven't called him at all, but I did send these text messages today. Apparently, this is what sent him over the edge, the Epstein files, which, yeah, I think that sounds about right. And of course, he's coming after me hard to make an example, to scare all the other Republicans before next week's vote to release the Epstein files. It's astonishing, really, how hard he's fighting to stop the Epstein files from coming out, that he actually has to go to this level. And she leaked her text messages with Donald Trump, where she's pushing him to release the Epstein files, and she's doing it in a conspiratorial way, saying that the Clintons know about it or that they're on the list, whatever. She's doing it from a crazy MAGA way. And she also leaked another text message with a White House advisor, a senior White House advisor, doing the same thing about how they're ignoring the victims of Epstein, how she's helped Donald Trump, and more. So this beef has been pretty deep for quite some time, and now Marjorie Taylor Greene has put out this video and, of course, her statement saying that she's out of Congress, she's leaving. And in this video, she reads her statement. But before we take a look at a clip from the video that she released, we'll just briefly go over some main points that she makes in this statement, saying, I've always represented the common American man and woman as a member of the House of Representatives, which is why I've always been despised in Washington, D.C. and never fit in. I don't know about that. I don't know if she's represented the common American man and woman in the House. I think she's been loyal to Trump, but that's about it. Americans are used by the political industrial complex of both parties, election cycle after election cycle, in order to elect whichever side can convince Americans to hate the other side more, and the results are always the same. No matter which way the political pendulum swings, Republican or Democrat, nothing ever gets better for the common American man or woman, which is not true. when you have Democrats in office like President Biden, who passed really significant pieces of legislation, veterans health care, the CHIPS Act, the largest investment in fighting climate change in American history, in world history, the first piece of major gun legislation in 30 years. Those things like actually help people, and it's the Democrats getting that stuff done, not the Republicans. So I think she should be taking her anger out on the Republicans who never do anything. She says the debt goes higher, corporate and global interests remain Washington's sweethearts, and more. And of course, you can pause to read some of these statements. It's 4 pages long. And we don't have to go over all of it, but I do want to show you a clip from the video she published where she's reading this statement. MSNBC has already covered it tonight. This is from Chris Hayes' show. And just take a look at what Marjorie Taylor Green had to say. This is stunning.
I have too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much, and I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class that can never, ever relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. When common American people realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that they, common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026, and I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
I mean, wow. And that's exactly how she concluded her statement. I'm pretty sure she just read her statement on that video, but I will be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026. Signed, Marjorie Taylor Green. One day before January 6th, might I add. But look, folks, I got to be honest. I think that this is yet another sign that the Republican Party is imploding. It's imploding. They know that they are going to lose the midterms. Donald Trump knows it. That's why he's trying to rig the maps. Marjorie Taylor Green knows it. These Republicans know it. That's why I think part of the reason MTG is resigning. They know that there's really no path forward for Republicans in 2026 if we actually get out there and vote. We got to actually get out there and do it. So we can't just talk about it. We got to get out there and do that. But they know. And if you have someone like Marjorie Taylor Green, who's in this safe Republican seat, she could theoretically stay in that seat for her entire life. It is that safe. It's like a plus 60 Trump district. If someone like her is resigning, you know that things are getting bad in the Republican Party. I think they are truly imploding. And I've said this, and I know some people disagree. I know some people kind of agree. They're, tentatively agreeing. But I think Donald Trump is done. I really do. I think with the Epstein files coming out, with the distrust of Donald Trump with his handling of the Epstein files, with the fact that prices keep going up, he keeps breaking promises, he hasn't done anything he campaigned on to help people, I think he's done. I think he's done. I think they've overestimated their mandate that they bragged about having. And I think the Republican Party's cooked. And you can let me know in the comments if you agree. This is just my personal view. But when you have someone like Marjorie Taylor Green resigning from Congress because she thinks government is broken, because Donald Trump is turning on her, because the midterms are going to be so bad, I think that's pretty telling. So look, I will leave the video there. I'm excited to read what you have to say in the comments about NTG resigning out of nowhere. Make sure to subscribe down below. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. As I mentioned, comment. And folks, have an amazing rest of your night. We will talk soon.
Follow Blue Eye Media for exclusive insights and breaking news sources from global-friendly outlets that you won't get from the mainstream TV and radio outlets of America. Learn how to play the flute of the globe and learn the real truth.